right, right now we are on lesson 15-5. So we did skip a lesson, and that's okay. We're going to pick up with using protractors, which is a tool that mathematicians use to measure angles. We skipped that. We're going to do that when we get back from spring break. Right now, we are going to learn how mathematicians can add and subtract angle measures. So right now I'm on page 565 in volume 2. You need to make sure you have your math book open. You're following along solving these problems with me. So you need a pencil, and we are getting started. This problem right here, I want to go ahead and skip this because you have to measure these angles using a protractor. So I'm actually just going to draw a line through this one right now and skip this problem. And I'm going to turn the page, and this is where we're going to get started. This first example right up here with the airplane. So if you don't have your book, pause the video, make sure you're on this page with me, and let's do this. Eleanor designs wings for biplanes. First, she draws a right angle. Angle ABC. So I'm going to put a box around this because that's really important information. I can see the angle right here in this drawing. Angle A, B, C. And Eleanor just told me that it is a right angle. So I could even put that little square right there in the corner if I wanted to. Then she draws ray BE. So you can see this one right here from B to E. It's almost like it's cutting that angle. Like it looks like right down the middle, but we're going to find out. It's right here. I just made it a little bit darker for you guys. She finds angle EBC measures 30 degrees. Okay, so that's angle EBC. So this angle right here is 30 degrees. How can Eleanor find the measure of angle ABE without using a protractor? Well, something that I know is that the right angle measures 90 degrees. So this total angle right here, or the total measurement from here to here to here is 90. And she's already told us that this portion measures 30 degrees. So I need to find this measurement. Let's see if I can find a green highlighter real quick. From A to B to E. That's like the unknown angle measure. So again, if you remember, we're talking about adding and subtracting angle measures today. Well, if part of that measures 30 degrees, plus let's put like N for this angle, equals, well, if I know that this plus this is equal to the full angle, then I know that they're equal to 90 degrees. So now I'm thinking in my head, what is this unknown angle measure? Well, I know that 30 added to 60 is equal to 90. So angle ABE is equal to 60 degrees. And that is my answer. Go all the way down here to the bottom of the page because right here they've just gone through and they've shown you basically the exact steps that we did. And they've just included like a separate drawing. We just did it right up here on the plane. Here they've included the equation for the missing number and then how to solve that equation. Still arriving at that same answer of 60 degrees. Let's take a look at another example. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Okay. Angle ABD is a straight angle. That's this one right along here. First thing I think to myself is, oh, well, that measures 180 degrees. Straight angle. What is the measure of angle ABE? So we have to find this one right here. If DBC is 115, so that means this opening right here, this obtuse angle, is 115 degrees, and the measure of CBE is 20 degrees. So this angle that's opening up pretty small, this little acute angle right here, measures 20 degrees. How did you decide? Write and solve an equation. Okay, well, I know that together these three angle measurements should have a total of 180 degrees. So equals 180. So when I add all those up, Now they've given me two of them. So 115 degrees plus 20 degrees plus, we could put A for angle for the unknown one right here. Those three numbers together have to equal 180. So now I can go ahead and add these two amounts together. I can do that over here to the side. 115 added to 20 gives me a total of 135. Now 135 are those two angles that they gave us combined, plus that unknown, A for angle, which is this one we're solving for, equals 180 degrees. Now I know that in order to find this missing number, I need to subtract 180 minus 135. Right away, my brain tells me, can't do that. I need to borrow. So I'm going to borrow a 10, add that to my 1. So now I have 10 minus 5 leaves me with 5. 7, take away 3, leaves me with 4. 45 is the measurement of this unknown angle. So I'm going to write my answer as angle ABE is equal to 45 degrees. Now, if you want to check, if you're like me and you're kind of iffy about your subtraction, then what you could do is then place those three angle measurements back into an equation, meaning we could add 115 plus 20 plus 45. And if we did this subtraction correctly, our total should equal this measurement right here. 5 plus 5 is 10, carry the 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 180 degrees. So our answer is 45 degrees for that missing angle. Okay, let's try a couple more back here. So now they're just going to give us like a description, and we have to be very, very careful readers to figure out what it is that we are drawing. So really pay attention as I'm reading this aloud. Use the information below to draw and label a diagram. All right, angle PQR measures 45 degrees. PQR measures 45 degrees. Okay, so, well, I'm thinking, right, that this is 90, and half of that would be 45. So that's what a 45 degree angle looks like. That's what I have to think in my brain first. All right, so PQR 45 degrees. So I can do that. That I'm going to label it P, Q, and R. Now, RQS measures 40 degrees. Angles PQR and RQS do not overlap. So they don't overlap, so it can't be like this. So then it's got to be RQS, and it's 40, so it's just a little bit less than 45, so it's not going to quite be like a right angle would be like right there. So I'm just going to do it like slightly less. And that's going to be R, Q, and S. Again, this one is 45 degrees and this one is 40 degrees. They're not overlapping. I have my measurements. I have my labels or my angles labeled. Write and solve an equation to find the measure. Okay, well, we could do 45 plus 40 is equal to blank. When we do that addition, we know that 40 plus 45 is going to be equal to 85 degrees, meaning these two angles added together measure 85 degrees. All right, we have two more, and then we're going to get started on your independent practice. So we have to use the diagram to the right for each of these numbers. Let's look here. Write and solve an equation, to find the missing angle measure. What is the measure of EBC? So they want to know this one right here. Just making it a little bit darker. So that's the unknown. If ABE measures 20 degrees. 20 degrees. So this opening is 20. This one we do not know. However, something that I do know is that these two angle measures, when added together, form a right angle, and a right angle is 90 degrees. So I could write an equation of 20 degrees plus, I don't know, we could use x, equals 90 degrees. And I know that that's the same as saying 90 minus 20, which would leave me with a total of 70. So x is equal to 70 degrees. Last one. What is the measure of angle AEB? So we have to find this one right here. And again, these steps that I'm doing, like darkening over this section of the angle and then putting my question mark, those are all steps. I model that, guys, because that's what I would do if I were solving this problem. So I recommend going through these same steps, especially underlining this information, the parts of the question that you need to answer and the measurements or the angle measures that they're giving you. If CEB measures 68, so this one right here is 68 degrees. Okay, well, I know that this is a straight line or a straight angle, so that measures 180 degrees. So there's my equation. Blank plus 68 equals 180. P plus 68 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Well, I need to subtract to find that total. So 180 minus 68, I can't take 8 away from 0, so I need to borrow a 10. Add that to my ones. Now 10 minus 8 is 2. 7 take away 6 is 1. 1, bring it down. P is equal to 112 degrees. Okay. You guys have some independent practice. You are doing on this page numbers 4 through 7. And then we're going to turn it over and you are doing 8 through 11. You do have an exit ticket and we will meet at 2 o'clock to go over these problems. Message me if you have any questions.